When, as believers, we read through the New Testament, one of the things we see is that we're commanded to go out and take care of the widows and the orphans, and let me see, there was somebody else. Oh yeah, the prisoners. Well, the widows and the orphans kind of give you a warm fuzzy. The prisoners, fortunately, there are folks who feel called to deal with those who have run afoul of the law. We're talking with David and Margie Pena. You guys have built an entire ministry around trying to come around those who have spent some time in jail, right?
We have. We responded to the calling of the Lord.
And the name of the ministry is?
Texas Reach Out.
Why did God call you for this, you think?
Well, actually, it touched me. The Lord found me sitting in prison. Back in '87.
Who better to reach out? Margie, how do you feel about all of this? Does it make you nervous?
No, it doesn't. I think it's a God thing. I think I'm saying that it's a God thing because I've waited for years and years and years for God's perfect timing in David's life. And also because, prison and alcohol and drugs and all of that has touched my life personally with relatives, brothers, sisters, and I've been in state school for girls also.
Yeah.
So I am satisfied. I am believing that what we're doing right now is going to not only touch those that we love, that are close to us, but are touching others that have come from that lifestyle.
And we're talking with Crystal, who has just such a story. Mm-hmm. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Crystal.
Well, I'm 23, and I come from a single mother home. She just raised me. No brothers, no sisters, no guidance. I basically taught myself, what to do and what not to do, and that's how I was raised, and which led me into destruction and
which is spelled drugs,
alcohol, very
sex, all of those things.
Prostitution. Just a lot of self-hate, and I didn't have any love for myself because I didn't feel loved. And but 5 years, and I even lost a baby through all of that. CPS took my baby and had to give her up for adoption because I couldn't take care of her. But, I finally landed myself in prison, and I was like, you know what? I was in an abusive relationship after another abusive. All my life I had been abused, my mom, and then end up with relationships like that, and it was just a pattern. And I just was so sick of it. I couldn't go on like that, and I was so relieved in that jail cell. I was like, okay, and so what do I do from here? How do I make it right from here? Okay, Lord, I don't know, how to walk like a Christian, but I just don't want to live that way anymore. I don't want to go back to that anymore. I couldn't take it anymore. So I just, basically I just gave my life to the Lord, and stuff started shedding.
That's amazing, because you had never been taught, right?
Never been taught, and the Word of God is an excellent teacher, because in prison is perfect time to get in the Word and really just learn, everything about Christian and the Old Testament and how they lived and how God set us free from that, and Jesus made the way for everybody to come, and
so
which made me
you just had an intuitive sense that God hole, that there was somebody up there.
That's it.
And you checked out Jesus. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. And now what?
And now, I spent 1.5 years in prison. I came straight here from prison, and I started my life. I started trying to find a job, trying to just,
get your stuff
live, transition, and it's not easy, and I still have a lot of things, that.
Have you put down the anger towards your mom yet?
Oh, most definitely.
Been able to
Me and my
forgive
mom, God has restored that relationship and given us a love for each other, and I'm still working on my mom and praying for her and for her salvation.
That's an amazing story, man.
But we love each other.
God bless you. All right, so overall, Margie, what do you get out of this?
What do I get out of it? It's rewarding. It's rewarding because, I could have been one of those persons. And as a matter of fact, I was when I was a teenager, walking out from state school,
Wow.
taking a bus.
There, but for the grace of God.
For the grace of God.
Go on.
God has a
David,
purpose.
how about you? What do you get out of this? Certainly not money.
The satisfaction of serving the Lord. It's a privilege to serve the Lord and help those that are, in need of help.
Well, God bless both of you for taking on a tough job, and I know that the stars on the crown, isn't that what we talk about?
That's it.
I think you got quite a few of them stored up, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.